Love to go ahead and get started today. My name is James McKinley. I'm with Mitotech. I will be your host today. My co-host today is Tom Mertz from Protect My Home. And we want to first say thank you for joining us today at our webinar, Secure More Revenue with Home Security. Many of you probably have seen us at Whisperpalooza. That was our launch date. And we've already started getting ISPs signed up, getting them trained, and getting them rocking and rolling. But before we start our webinar today, if you didn't know who Mitotech was, we offer a full-service personalized technology solution that creates an outstanding experience for wholesale and IT clients. Our goal is to build long-lasting relationships as strategic partners for VARs, ISPs, WIFs, MSPs, and telcos looking to optimize their product offering and better serve every customer every time. We are a proud member of the Convergence family, where I started at CTI Connect, a leading distributor of fixed wireless. Our other sister company, IPPay, that specialize in credit card processing and financing services. We are a true one-stop shop here at the Convergence family. Before I move forward with our new reselling program that we have going, I just want to leave out a reminder of some programs we already currently have. VICO. VICO is a simple, affordable, and portable way to watch TV. It's a TV app that you can provide to your existing and new customers. You own the customer and bill the customer directly while you're increasing your revenue stream monthly. It is designed here in the US by engineers who love to watch TV in the most effective way, on the go and high resolution. The app will work on internet connected devices such as smart TVs, Roku's, Amazon Fire Sticks, iOS devices, Android devices, Apple TV, game consoles. I mean, you get it. Anything that has an internet connection, you will be able to provide VICO for your existing and new customers. Another outstanding reselling program that we do have, we are an exclusive wholesale distributor of Viasat, and it premieres satellite broadband services. Mitosat is our turnkey, white label, high-speed satellite broadband service designed for operators serving commercial and residential customers. This is a great opportunity to increase your service, speeds, and customer satisfaction, increase your revenue opportunities, and also serve those unservables. Last but not least, VoIP. There's no other thing I need to say about VoIP. Many of you probably on this line today already resell VoIP, but just letting you know, we do have it out there. And by you being a partner of VICO, you do receive some special pricing. We all know that wholesale VoIP rates are low, so you can make a huge profit by selling it at a retail level. Now, let's get into what you came here for. Protect My Home, increase your MRR with your customer. My guy, Tom Mertz. Hey, guy, go ahead and take it over from here, buddy.
Thanks, James. And hello, everybody. I'm Tom Mertz, CEO of ProtectMyHome.com, and I appreciate you all joining us today. Let me start off by giving a little bit of background of who Protect My Home is. Originally, we started out with a little company called Apex Alarm back in '99, and that grew into what we all know as Vivint now. And the reason why I bring that up, I was there from when we were doing basically 5 to 10 a day till we're doing 10,000 a day. So we understand scale and volume. We understand how to get licensed and how to get guys actually operating in this space. And we've been doing that with a lot of other groups: ADT, Monotronics, Brinks, SCI, Guardian, Protect America. There's quite a few we've actually had experience with. This is usually a pretty obvious statement. These are popular right now. Home security and home automation are on the rise. And a lot of people have asked about how much is actually involved in that. What do people actually spend? This is a little research I did just in the last few weeks here. And this is interesting because these two numbers right here, automation and security, are right up our alley. And as you can see, people are quite interested in these items and these products, and they're paying money for them to get them into their homes. Every time you go on, I go into Home Depot and there's a whole aisle now on smart lighting, smart locks, smart everything really. So there's a lot of interest in this space for these types of systems. So the next question is, what's available to you as an ISP dealer? If you want to add alarm automation to your portfolio, what options are available? There's really two that you could see. You probably come across these like SimpliSafe and UMA and these others that have a DIY-based installation and service model. It's great because it's easy. They just ship the system out. The customer has to put it in. There's no service techs. And most of the time, there's also not professional monitoring, which means that this cannot automatically call police, fire, medical, which to us is a big part of it. It is easy though. You can make $1 to 4 RMR. In our experience, we'd rather have a little more than that, but that's what the options are for that type of dealer program. The other one that is more historical and has been around since I was in the industry is being what you call just a regular alarm dealer. That way, you can actually control the process from sale to installation, but that's the only part you really control. Most of the sales are done through this, like the Vivint, the Brinks. They have just tons of teams every summer that go out and do this. That's a pretty well-known way to go to market. But you have to have your own licensing. You have to have all of your own people in-house. These dealer programs do not provide you any personnel. You also must guarantee the customer for a minimum of 12 months. So if they cancel or get charged back or for whatever reason, you actually absorb the cost, not the customer. So there's benefits to both programs, but this is like a pretty quick synopsis of what you'll actually see if you go out and look. And we're showing you these numbers to show you what our program does. So the best thing you can see with AT Vivint is $49 a month with 500 down on a system that has 3 door window contacts, a motion sensor, and that's about it. You do not get to keep the MRR. They will also keep you on the hook for 12 months. Basically, you install the system, you get paid a lot up front, and then you go down the road with the dealer program. Same thing with DIY, very similar. You get something up front, not very much, and a very small MRR on the back end. So what do we offer? What does Protect My Home do, and why do we think our program is better? Well, we start our program price at $39.99 as a target. I'll talk more about that in a second, but at that price point, you're making well over $10 of RMR. We increase the MRR amount based on what your request is. We have guidelines and we have things that we think would work for the packages that we offer, but if you want us to change that, that's certainly an option for you. The point of our program is that we tailor it to your individual needs. You don't have to guarantee the customer, even if they use consumer finance, there's no charge back to the dealer. You don't have to hire, train, license a professional sales staff. That's what we've already done for you. And you can control fulfillment with your own technicians, which means you're really in charge of the customer. And of course, it's still your customer, which is important to us. We also do service for you. So if there's anything that breaks down on the system, like a camera quits working or a door is beeping or something like that, we take care of those calls 7 to 7, Monday through Saturday. We have a live technician on the phone that can take care of your customer. All we ask is if we do need to roll a truck, if there's like a lightning strike and someone's panel needs to be replaced physically, we'll schedule a technician and pay you for that service. We have emergency police, fire, medical available 24/7, 365. We use affiliated monitoring as our back end. They are a UL listed central station with 2 different NOC locations, and they basically guarantee that the signal is always going to go through. So we offer a system that is comparable in response to anything on the market is what the takeaway is on that slide. The system that we offer, we use Alula and the Alula Connect Plus panel specifically. It's very comparable to Qualsys, 2 gig, everything else that you could see on the market. There's just really almost limitless number of options for sensors, accessories, glass break sensors, long distance sensors, outdoor, really whatever you want to secure from a barn to a gate to a house. They have sensors and items that are designed to take care of that for you. What I like about Alula the most is the simplicity. On that lower left of the screen down here, you can see that the phone app and the actual touchscreen app that you see in the house are identical. You don't have to learn it's different here, it's different there. If you're on your phone, touchscreen, or even on the internet, you see the exact same interface. So it's very customer friendly. More sensors and of course cameras. One thing of note in our system, because of the interface and the back end, we only use Alula cameras at this time, but they have a good range of indoor, outdoor, and door phone cameras available. This is probably the part you like to see the most. So what do we actually offer, and what do you get for doing it? So these packages, I would consider them more like a guideline, because ultimately the customer is going to tell us what they want. They have 10 door window contacts, or maybe only 3. These packages are meant as guidelines as to what we would offer at the price points. So that first price point at $39.99, we'd recommend package 1. We include a doorbell camera, 1 Z-Wave lighting control switch, and there is a touchscreen also. That is a lot more than you get with our competitors. You get paid, and I did not check my spelling before, so yes, I do struggle spelling installation 3 different ways. We'll fix that next time. But you get paid for both the installation and the sale for just calling that into our sales group to close it for you. In other words, your technicians, and even your salespeople for that matter, don't have to be skilled in sales of alarm automation. All you have to do is get the customer on the phone, and we do the qualification and close for you. But that's what you can get paid for each one. So you get paid a full of $250 for that installation, and it just goes up from there. These other packages are designed to, again, be very competitive with Brinks, ADT, Vivint, anybody else that has a similar package, and we are considerably less money, both in the cost of the equipment and in the monthly service. But this is an idea of what you can actually make and what size of packages that we have. I encourage you to compare these to anyone else out there at our price points, and you'll find that we're considerably less, which makes it a little easier for us to sell to your customer. And in our opinion, customers are a lot happier when they know they're paying a little bit less than the guys that got Vivint or Brinks down the road. So these packages can be changed. This is what we recommend. If you don't want a deadbolt, or you don't want an interior camera, you want to change something for maybe another exterior camera, we do that with the customer. So these are not fixed and hardened packages. These are just ideas of what you get paid when we hit those price points upon those package deals. When we start out with you, we recommend you get at least 1 training kit. And one thing that we actually offer in addition to what we even showed you here is the monthly service rate. It's usually $19.99 a month. We lower that to $4.99 for your first training kit. We recommend you put that in your home or your office, wherever you want. It does not include these items, but you get that at a promotional price. Our idea is we want to get it into your hands, get you using it as cheaply as possible. So that's the only thing that I would say that we quote require is you have at least 1 training kit and some stock on the shelf for your technicians so they can actually install when we get one sold for you. But other than that, when we actually get the customer sold and approved, we will send you that equipment kit, one of everything the customer wants. We just ask that you keep some extras in case, heaven forbid, a camera goes bad or a door window contact doesn't have a battery, just so you can finish the job on site. But we're not requiring you to have like $5,000 or $10,000 of inventory available just so you can do the job. We don't need that much, in other words. So how do we do that? How do we become an alarm automation dealer with the Mitotech program? Well, the first step is to sign the agreement. James can get that to you, no problem. I believe he has it on his website. We schedule training dates. Now, we've done a few of these so far, and I'll tell you a little about what we found in the training. I've had the opportunity to be in 2 different dealers' offices in the last 2 weeks. One was here in Texas, and the other one was up in Colorado. And we do come on site in person, and we do 1 install with you and your techs. And my goal is to not leave until your technicians can do 1 sale, and I should say 1 installation, and they understand through the Alula process how to do that. It is designed as a DIY originally, so it is intended to be intuitive and simple, but nevertheless, we want to make sure that that is absolutely understood and that your technicians are completely able to do the job before I leave. We're going to have ongoing trainings probably every week, some like 20, 30 minutes in the morning to help both incentivize and continually train your techs in both the process and then how to get customers on the phone. To get launched, all again, very simple. Once we get your inventory and stock available, and in some cases there is licensing. For example, for the technicians here in Texas, we did put them through the TDPS licensing process. They all got licensed before I showed up, and we take care of that headache for you. Once we get all that completed, you're signed off and you're good to go. You're basically available to start selling at that moment. Now, I want to mention just one thing about that. Going back up a little bit to this package, keep in mind, we're not requiring you to sell. When we say sale, that's just what you get paid for getting a customer on the phone for us to close for you. I'll tell you right now, it'll be myself or my other senior sales staff that takes these calls, and we're not going to miss one because that's how we all make money. So that's the basic outline. That was a bit of a fire hose. I went over it quite quickly. Usually we have a few questions, but that's the program in a nutshell, and it's quite simple. So I'm going to turn the time back over to, I believe, Joe, and he might take some questions. I think he had a few other things to talk about.
Well,
but thanks for your time today, gentlemen, and we'll be available if you have any other questions after Joe.
Well, Joe, before Joe, if there's any questions, I did fail to mention, if you do have any questions, please go ahead and go into the chat box, click on the button for questions. We will go ahead and answer it. But before we answer any questions, I do want to go back to you again, just bringing up the fact that you as a company could already be making $350 for a package and then start taking on the recurring profit without even picking up a phone. I mean, this is something that, you know, there's no upfront cost. This is a month to month. There's no minimum to join to get a part of this. This is a great way to make your customers a little bit more stickier. Being able to have everything under one bill. You know, if you're already a VITCO partner, you're now providing TV services. If you're already a VoIP partner, you're providing phone and now security all over your internet. You're getting paid for 3 times for the internet that you are already providing for. So I just wanted to just throw that out there. Again, I've worked with a couple guys that have already started doing this. They're excited about it. We are here to help you grow. Again, here to support. No need to worry about support because we handle your support tickets for you. And if we need you to roll out for it, to go out there, we pay you. So, I mean, this is a win-win situation. I don't know, Joe, is there any questions so far?
Thanks, guys. One of the questions was who owns the customer and bills them for the service. So you answered that the ISP will be the one in charge of obviously billing the customer direct for the services. Another question that came up, and this is probably more for Tom, is how long does an average installation take from start to finish usually?
Excellent question. It depends on the size of the install, but as a rule of thumb, 1.5 hours to 2 hours would be like the basic kit. And now the first time a technician does it, it might take them 3 just because he's getting his feet underneath them. But for the most part, once you've done a few jobs, and I've done a few myself, I was a little rusty not being in the field for a few years. I went and did one at my CFO's house just a week ago. It took me about 1.5 hours. And I was kind of struggling. So even with me, I'd say under 2 hours is an average. It only gets difficult if you have to run a wire for a camera or a door phone or something. But typically speaking, it's around 1.5 to 2 hours would be the max.
Okay, great. Thank you. I think the other question, and maybe more geared towards for you, Tom, here is so everything's connected wirelessly right back to that control panel?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, that was just another question here. Other than that, I think that's it. I think you guys hit everything else on the head.
Outstanding, outstanding. Well, first we want to thank everyone for joining us today. Again, I always want to hit on these points. Mitotech is here as a growth partner. We're always seeking new wholesale programs that you can add to your existing customers and your new customers. You may not think of yourself as one of the big players, but you can actually become a big player with adding on these reselling programs to your already existing services. It's you know, whether you're looking at, you know, adding satellite, streaming service, VoIP, home security, if you partner with us to optimize your offering and reach, you'll definitely reach new subscribers and continue to have a long-lasting relationship with your current customers. Again, we love to say thank you for joining us today. Look forward to our new program that we're coming out with, LTE to the home. Another great solution. Be looking out for that webinar coming out soon. Again, I want to say thank you. Thank you, Tom, for joining us today. Thank you for partnering with us. And yeah, just thank you very much for allowing us opportunities for the ISPs.
Thanks for having me.
Everyone have a blessed day.
Thank you.